Welcome to Moshcast with your hosts, Numbskull, Marak, and Wild. What's up, everybody?
Hola.
Other much?
How was your guys'
As he,
week?
as he drinks a
Oh,
beer.
Well, of course Eric's drinking a beer. That's Eric.
oh yeah. Well, last week was Halloween. So how'd you guys' Halloween go?
Oh, well,
Uh
I'll let Garion go first. Go.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. So I mean I didn't really do anything on Halloween. Actually no, I did technically. Yeah, I did. Fuck, great start. So I worked and made a ton of money because of Halloween parties, and then I went to my girlfriend's place. We made some Halloween ham. Hallowed be thy ham.
Ooh.
And fucking stuffing, some mashed taters, and some
mashed
fucking-
potatoes.
yeah, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese, and it was
Ooh,
amazing night. And we played Super Mario Party Superstars with
Hey,
her sister, and her boyfriend. And it
bro,
was
that sounds like a
great
bomb time.
And then we both passed out because we were tired from food coma.
Ooh, oh my.
Sounds like it. Did you have a Halloween tree in there?
No, but a few, like I think last month, or the beginning of this month, me and her, not this month, October, me and her, we painted and carved some pumpkins. The carved ones are
Oh,
dead;
nice.
they're gone. They didn't last after we carved them, but the
Oh, yeah.
painted ones are still chilling at her porch, and we love them. She made a cow. I made some demon hell spawn pumpkin. Totally contrasting.
Right.
Your
Well, no.
personalities.
If you think about it, Diablo,
What does that have to do with a cow?
they have for like in their game they have like cows in them, and they turn into demons.
Oh my god. Fucking. What'd you guys do?
Mark.
Well, I mean, I guess I did like a stream because my costume didn't come on time, and so
Aw.
I basically didn't do shit but play video games. You know, the normal night.
What'd you play?
Warzone.
Loser.
Basic bird. Alright,
Eric, what'd you do?
Went trick or treating with Kat and her old boys. That was pretty fun.
hell yeah.
Though
Get any
it was
good candy?
hilarious. They got two whole things of like giant Kit Kats and then Reese's.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
like, damn, which house was that? I want to go back.
Hey Eric,
Yeah.
can you like turn your camera so you're not looking like an uncle from like 2008 trying to talk to someone on FaceTime?
Hold on.
Put it on a box like I did.
What box? Hold on.
Are
Grab
you-
some
can-
books.
are you-
Sorry guys, we're not updated on technology. I think I'm the only one here that actually has a real full setup here, but once in time we will have better stuff set up for all of us.
Is Eric using his phone still, or is he actually using?
No, he's using
Yep.
a laptop.
Ah,
Wait,
no,
what
I'm
is
using
your
my
phone?
phone. I use
Oh.
my phone.
He kind
There
of
we
looked
go.
like he was using a laptop because there's no like black lines going down the middle of his screen anymore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm
Or
pointing. I realize if I turn it, yeah.
Oh,
So it actually looks a lot better.
So if I'm thinking this right, turn your phone more to the right, or slide it to the right, because you're like on the side. You're like right here for me.
Yeah.
There you go, perfect, right there.
Hold on.
damn it!
There.
No, you're on the side again. Go to the right a
That's
little.
no,
bit.
that's better. That's better. He's not on the wall. He's actually near the middle. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. Okay.
I'll figure
Sorry
out a
about
better
that, everybody.
setup through it. You're good. You're good. All right. So, other news. How about this? What was your favorite things about Halloween or doing during Halloween as a kid?
As a
Candy.
kid, candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Candy.
It's always
Just-
the
I feel it.
I mean-
do
I
have
feel
a
it. I
fun-
feel it.
Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, I miss my aunt when we were younger. Used to give us like, oh shit. Used to give us gifts like it was Christmas time. Even on Halloween, she called them Hallow gifts. And we
Hello gifts.
at 1 year, or well, she kind of stopped that when we turned like 15. But in freshman year in high school, I got what was it? The soundtrack disc for Metallica's Through the Nether or Never Nether Through the Nether.
I remember that.
Through the Never on CD. That was cool.
Oh, nice.
I remember that.
I got a fun story about this. I think I've told you too before, outside of the podcast, but a fun little story about a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I can't remember exactly how old I was. I know I was really young. I'd have to say like 6 or 7, maybe 5, but all I know is I had a pillowcase, and there's a neighborhood right next to mine over here that is more upper middle class, unlike mine, which is lower class, poor. And we go there to trick or treat. So we had an amazing time. It was just me and my mom. My mom would like drive in the car on the road as I'd walk to house, so she'd watch me and make sure I don't get, kidnapped. She did sometimes, but she's tired. She's old. But she could see me. My mom is fast. If she saw something happening, she would have been out of that car and on me in 2 seconds. So it's not like it's that bad.
Right.
And I'm walking, and it was near the end of the trick-or-treating night, and my pillowcase is like half full and heavy as shit. Weighs more than me, and I'm like dragging it with me basically to get to these last few houses. And I get to a corner house, and all the lights are off, but I still see that there's a chair and a bowl with a sign sitting there. So I'm assuming that they're just like not out like trick-or-treating, and that they're just letting people take what's left of their shit. And I walk up to it, and I see the sign says, take only $1 worth. And I'm like, what? I look down at the bowl, and it's full of quarters. This is a big bowl. This bowl's like this fucking wide. It's a big fucking bowl, and it's full of quarters. I don't take anything to it. I walk up to my mom in a car, and I tell her what happened, like what I see, and I'm like, Mom, it's like full of quarters. I don't know if I should take it. It's kind of stealing, because I'm like a good boy, and my mom's just like, take it. Take all of it. Pour it in your bag. And I'm like, I mean, I was only like fucking 5 to 7, so I listened to my mom, and I go back over there with my heavy ass bag and proceed to pour the whole thing into my bag, making that shit way heavier. And when we got home, because that was basically the last house at this point, 'cause Mom obviously wanted me to get out of there before we get caught. And
exactly.
I don't think anyone was there. The lights were off. There was no cars. There was all the shit was off. So I guess they just weren't home. And we got home, emptied out my shit, took all the quarters and counted them up, and it ended up being like around like $20. Fucking quarters.
Jesus Christ.
So I got that as like a
little Gary made bank.
Yeah, and $20 to a 5 to 7-year-old is like $10,000. So I was like,
I was gonna say it's like Game Busters.
and I got candy. Oh, it's a great night,
right?
And that was probably one of the few things I remember from any of my Halloweens when I was a kid.
That's something that you wouldn't forget. You're just like, God.
Oh, that's just bomb.
Well, Dad, have you have any fun little stories of Halloween? Anything weird happening?
I'll let Eric go first while I fix some stuff with the stream.
I'm trying to figure out which. The only time I think I had like a cool Halloween when was like the first time was like I think 15 and all that.
It don't got to be cool. It could be weird. It could be like creepers trying to stalk kids. I don't know.
It could be
something
funny.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a holy shit night because it was like we're 15. We're like, let's go to the graveyard at night, and it's Halloween night, so let's just do it. And then also like we get to like one of the like the abandoned graveyards in Stockton, and it was just like, bro, I don't think we should be doing this.
Yeah.
And then we also had like bags of like candy, and we're just like, well, looks like we have a good night, just chill and then eat, and then all of a sudden it's just like, it just gets eerier and eerier with like every like car going by, every like noise. You're just like, I don't know what to do, man. I just want to eat
Hey.
candy.
You start freaking yourself out.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. We were just like, I don't know if we're gonna eat and survive the night because we're all just being paranoid, just sticking more ideas in our heads. And then like, I don't know what it was. All you hear is just like a loud, and we all went, "Fuck it." Only lasts like
Oh my
30
God.
minutes in there, and we
Damn.
booked it. It was just like, we're like, hey, we're not going that place again.
That's awesome.
Oh
What
yeah.
about you, Mark?
Well, I'm gonna be really on par with this one.
Oh, boy.
Honest?
Yeah,
Right.
honest. I've actually never really went trick or treating as a kid.
Oh, you're out. And exit stage left, Garion.
Yeah, seriously, like,
Well, I know you. I know you because well, people mostly don't. You live out in the fucking boonies.
I live like out in what would be considered the like outskirts
The
of
country.
town, right? The country, and we don't get trick or treaters out here at all. And fucking, you know, didn't even. I've never trick or treated really because we were just stay out here, do nothing. We barely eat. My family will like okay. We'll go back to a time where, let's say, fucking way
Right.
before we moved here, before I was probably born, my dad used to set up our entire house in Halloween everything. Like, he would set up, you know, his like speaker stuff and make eerie noises coming from the house and all that.
My parents did that too.
And then once we moved here, that kind of all stopped because, you know, we don't get trick or
Out in the
treaters
boonies.
out here. Yeah.
And you guys don't even use the front door.
No, we don't even use the front door. We go in through the back door.
Yeah.
Because
Actually, there was one time you've been trick or treating.
when was that?
Your ex.
Oh, a few years back, yeah, I went trick or treating with her.
Few years?
Kids.
No,
That
long
was like
time.
6 years ago. But other than that, that's like literally the only time I've ever been really trick or treating.
Yeah, and people thought they him and a couple of our friends were dressed up as Kiss when they were like was it Immortal?
Yeah, we painted our faces like immortal. We looked like.
I mean, of course, like regular people that don't know Immortal or Blackville are gonna be like, "Oh, hey, it's Kiss!" Like, of course.
You should
They
have
see
seen how like discouraged how Mark got. Like, oh man.
I mean, yeah, they see corpse paint, they're gonna immediately be like, "Oh, Kiss." Not Immortal or Mayhem or any other black metal or King Diamond.
Right.
Like, I love that.
That would have
That's
been
great.
funny. It was hilarious when like because they had Mark had to walk the little kids up and we'll walk with them. They'll be like, "Oh look, Kiss!" And I'm just laughing my ass off because Mark's like, he keeps getting called and he's like, "I'm not Kiss."
I am not Gene Simmons. Jesus.
No, I remember that was probably one of the funnier times. Like I was just the night like proceeded after like because Mark ended up having to leave with his ex at the time to take them home. It was a funny night. We were trying to chill our buddy Connor's. We ordered pizza and his dog was a monster. Like they didn't have a handle on him.
Mhm.
So when the pizza gets here, like I'm on the floor because I'm like, you know, I'm the big guy. I'll sit on the floor. The dog just goes immediately to my pizza and just steals it. I'm like, motherfucker. And then, like, he goes to our friend Doodlebomb, and he steals his, and we're just like, God damn, man!
Control your dog.
Exactly.
And that, trust me, that thing was, you could barely control.
Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, all last week, two
Oh,
times during last week, I almost got attacked by a dog while doing DoorDash.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Fucking first one, I think it was on Monday. Last Monday, and it looked like a bulldog boxer hybrid. It was a big dog.
Ooh.
And I'm delivering to this house. This dog is on their neighbor's yard. I'm assuming it's theirs. And it's just chilling there, and it's barking at me because, like, stranger at this other person's house, I should be assertive in security. And I don't think it's gonna get me, because usually dogs stay within, like, the confines of, like, their home. I've always noticed that they stop at a certain point, like when the lawn breaks
Oh,
to
yeah.
the next house. They seem to know when to stop. This one did it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just ignored it, and I start walking up this person's driveway, and they get about halfway across the part of the lawn between that driveway and their fucking of their house, and they're on that lawn part of this house that I'm walking up to, and I stop because if I run, it's gonna see me as prey and go after my ass and try to fucking
Oh,
kill
yeah.
me. So it stops as I stop and look at it, and it's just barking again, but now it's close. And I fucking scream at the other house, like, hey, get your goddamn dog! And they come, a fucking kid comes out and slowly walks his ass over. I'm like, come on, man, get your dog. And he gets his dog and, like, barely, like, pulls it away. And then
Oh, no.
and they got it. It's in the garage with him. He's, like, holding it. He's fine. And I walk up to the house, I drop the food off, and at this point, I think the mom comes out or whatever. And she's like, I'm sorry, oh my god, it's so, like, I don't even say anything. I was already mad for that day, and that just made it even more, so I didn't even, like, acknowledge them. I just walked my ass back to the car and just went and left. And then a few days later, a much smaller dog, I pull up to this person's house, I open my door, grab their food, and proceed to start walking the driveway. The first step onto their driveway, I see a dog come out the doggy door of their front fucking door, and it sees me and immediately starts. It's a small dog. It's not like the other one, but it immediately starts bolting for me. And even though it's a small dog, it's big enough to where it could do damage to my leg if I let it fucking bite me. So, sadly, this time I try to get back into my car, but by the time I've, like, opened my door and I'm, like, standing there about to shut, the fucking owner comes out, the customer, and immediately yells at the dog, like, it's a lady, too. And the dog just, like, stops and just, like, hunkers down into the grass and looks at her like, I'm sorry, oh god, like, I'm in trouble, oh shit. And she's like,
Right,
it's
just...
like, she's like berating the dog, like, don't, you're not supposed to act like that to people, why are you doing that, don't do that. And the dog's just, like, completely, like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, it's like total, like, I'm sorry. And I just tell her, can I just leave the food at the end of your driveway here? She said, yeah, that's fine. And she walks up as I get in my car and I leave. But that's the only 2 times that's actually happened out of the 8,000 some odd deliveries that I've done. And I swear to God,
happened in the same week.
yeah. So, like, the day that shit comes, I'm gonna punt a dog. Like, I'm not afraid to do it in self-defense. I'm sorry. I would never hurt an animal, but in self-defense, I absolutely will protect
Self-defense
myself.
is a different story.
Moshcast does not support animal cruelty.
Exactly. I don't. I don't
Exactly.
support it either. That shit's wrong. You don't do that to your animals.
Willingly.
But anyways, yeah, literally. So that's pretty much my story for the DoorDash. That just kind of came out of nowhere, but it just when you said,
no, it's all good.
so what we got
Dog is
next
acting
on the
haywire. Well,
Yeah.
I guess there are my topics, and from, like, this has been happening for a while. It's the whole Nirvana baby still trying to, like, he's still trying to sue Nirvana. And it's hilarious in the suit. He's suing for emotional and physical distress. Yes,
I love how
and it's for $150,000, which it's Nirvana.
Not a lot.
I think you could go. You can go a little bit more on this one, buddy.
He can move that decimal over.
Exactly.
Make
Like-
it
But I guess he's trying to
1.5
be
mil.
all cordial, you know.
the funny part that I seen about that, and I don't know if it's real or not, is how he's like, my dick never got any bigger than that my entire life from that picture.
Buddy, do you think
No,
that?
that's
do you
probably
really
a
think
meme,
that's
but
real?
still.
That's a meme. But yeah, it's
So-
because of like those jokes. Like he's kind of suing for kind of like emotional
I'm sorry.
and
but
also
if-
unpaid wages.
I'm sorry, but okay, that's different. But like, it's the internet. That shit's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
I also saw that he was suing them for child pornography and stuff. I'm like,
Exactly.
motherfucker, you were a baby and your parents let you be on the album. You're
Oh, yeah.
famous. Damn it. Secondly,
Did you read the story? How do you get on there? That's hilarious.
I don't know the story, but the second part is like child pornography. Yes, the baby is naked, but it's an album that is not being sold
I know, right?
for pornography purposes. For one, and plus, I'm pretty sure there's a censored version. I don't know, or that's like
I think there
cut out.
is.
like
Not
Yeah.
the censored version where there's like another dollar in front of the wiener.
I think that might be it. But
Yeah.
Dave Grohl said it best. He said that guy has a Nevermind tattoo, and I don't.
Yeah. A Nevermind tattoo stuck on him.
He's suing a band, to me at least, for no real legitimate reason. I don't buy that he has had physical distress. The emotional is because he can't fucking handle the internet making jokes. That's that. I'm sorry, boo-hoo, cry about it. Fucking wah. like the baby that isn't
Right.
Nevermind. Wah. Fucking. And
It's like, bro, did you ever play a game in your life before? Online
like
game?
if he's like that, he wouldn't survive a Modern Warfare fucking 2 COD lobby. Shit.
Oh hell no.
It's I don't know. It just seems like it's a really
asinine what
dumb
it is.
Yeah, it's asinine. It's like why? I bet Dave Grohl
Why
when
you
he
even
saw that,
bother?
he's like, "Why are you even suing us? We didn't even
Right?
like if Kurt
Or Chris
Cobain was
Nowicki.
still alive. If Kurt Cobain
he
was
would've
still
laughed.
alive, he would have just laughed in his face like you're fucking stupid, like just straight up.
Right?
Like that's like when a former member wanted to try and he was like gonna write for my band Solar Flare. He was like because there's
Oh,
a
shit.
song that I wrote that like he was a part of for a fucking unofficial EP that we had for Breakneck Pace for a song that we have, and he's just like, I'm gonna sue and have a cease and desist and
Oh
fucking
shit.
and I'm still waiting. So like, it's not. It's been
Yeah.
months, and I doubt he's gonna do it. And he's gonna sue us for what? We don't make any money. We make barely anything. He's gonna sue us for pennies.
For
It's
real.
gonna cost more to get a lawyer to sue us
To
than it
get
is
the
to
money.
Actually, yeah, there's nothing there. So like, I don't know.
Right.
It's just it's doing it for no reason, and for reasons that are not the band's fault
No.
at all.
None at all. Oh man. Oh,
Like
but
when-
no, the story behind them is hilarious. Go on, man.
It's like when Judas Priest went to court for those subliminal messages that were in their albums that made those two teenagers kill
Mhm.
themselves. No, those two teenagers killed themselves because they had mental issues and had guns, which is never a great mix.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
Judas
yeah.
Priest won, obviously, because they can't be at fault for a coincidence that there's some backward when you play it backwards, it sounds like "kill yourselves" or
Right.
Or, I don't remember
The
what the
devil
other
made me
message.
do it.
Yeah, devil made me do it. That was the other one. I was like, bullshit. I'm sorry. It's bullshit. I'm sorry
Oh, no,
that they
it's
did it.
100%.
like, I'm sorry that they did it. I wish those two kids were still alive to this day. They'd be older than us at this point, but
Oh yeah,
sadly, that's not the way it happened.
the shit happens, unfortunately. But when I was digging into the story, it was funny. His dad literally gave the people, or the guy that was like, "Oh yeah, you want to come and throw your baby into the pool?" $200 to do it at a party that he was just like, "Yeah, you want to throw your kid at a party, and we're not gonna tell anyone."
Was a person under the water with a camera?
Exactly, and no one knew about it. So you just imagine these people. There's a camera going in the pool. Oh, what the fuck are they doing to the baby?
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, so they didn't tell his dad
No.
that they were doing this for an album
no,
cover?
They told his dad. That's how he got $200. Flat. He got $200 right there.
He got $200 to make one of the most significant albums of a music generation. Okay. So if they did, okay. So here's the thing: if they did tell him that it was for the album, then yeah, then they have no reason to sue, because they agreed and they got their money for it. So they held their end of the bargain, as he did by sadly throwing his fucking infant into a pool. If that's the case, that's fucked up for one. The baby was probably freaking the shit out after falling into that pool completely naked.
Right.
And then being probably brought right back out. That would honestly probably leave trauma to me too, but still, it wouldn't lead me to sue a band that they weren't the ones that threw you in the pool.
Threw you in the pool. and going for like, honestly, pennies compared. Yeah. And he's only going for $150,000 for a suit. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. For an album that made
billions.
Hundreds of millions. I don't know about billions. I think it's like a few hundred million, but still.
Gotcha. We're getting there.
There's only a few albums that have, like Michael Jackson's Thriller, AC/DC's Back in Black. But yeah, it's a thing. Mark, do you have any comments on that front? You've been pretty quiet this whole.
What is the name of the album again?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah. I'm surprised you. I don't know how you don't know that. It's Nirvana's biggest album. It was grunge's biggest album.
I don't listen to grunge.
Yeah, but
and I've never heard a single track off that album.
You can't say that because
I am absolutely certain you have at least once, but not directly.
So it says here on the Focus that the net worth of this album is currently sitting at $50 million.
Okay, so I was wrong. It was less.
But still, that's still a lot.
Yeah, and he's suing for 100.
Compared to Cobain's estate value, which is $450 million.
More dead than alive.
But do you have any comments on this, Mark?
This whole story.
No, the only comment I have is that.
Oh, you just want Hello Robotic Arian.
Is that Eric is frozen?
Oh, did I?
Or is it me?
Yeah, you did freeze for me.
You're frozen for me too.
Hold on.
There you go. Your internet might have just conked for a minute.
I see a kitty. Is that Suki?
It's yeah, it's Suki. She jumped on my lap.
Oh, there we go.
Just get to see.
I'm getting robotic.
Garion.
Yes.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah. You got your cat right there. Is that the one that has the schizophrenia?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, poor kitty. Suki. Say hi, Sue.
And you have these two.
Hey, look.
You mean? You look so happy.
It's cat time.
All right. Anyways, we all have cats.
We do all have cats. So the next topic we gotta discuss is is there? It's what is it?
The master class.
The Metallica.
Metallica.
Master class? What is your guys' thoughts? On
yeah.
I'll be honest. I forgot to look up on that.
You're good.
And
because
I think Eric did the most research on it than we did.
Yeah, I was kind of just like, I was contemplating actually kind of like looking into it and like spending, I think it was the $15 for it. But I had like Bill, I'm like, okay, nope, Bill has to go first.
The only thing
But
I made a joke about
Go
it.
on, Mark.
I made a joke about it. I was just like, you know, and I know I've said this to you guys before, you know, with the whole Dave Mustaine incident, like how to be in a band by Metallica. It's like, oh yeah, throw your best guitar player out.
I mean, be fair though, is that they threw Dave Mustaine out because he had a really bad drinking problem
Yeah, I know.
at that time. So like, there is both
compared to
sides
them
to that
though,
coin.
that's kind of, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they all had a drinking problem, but apparently Dave was worse.
the
from
worst.
what I-
The
Yeah.
worst.
I mean, it's understandable because, like you said, he was the worst because I think didn't he pour beer in Montgomery's like pickups on his guitar or bass?
I think so, something like that. But shout out to Dave Mustaine, you're a dick.
Oh yeah,
Big
I've met
dick.
him. He is a dick. I love
oh
your
100.
music and I love your
But you're a
band,
dick.
but you're a dick.
Cheers to that,
Resort to Moshcast.
asshole. But no. Anyways, going into it, it's so like it's funny because it's like on how to be a band. You should like talk to each other and do all this. It's like basic one-on-one band stuff. I'm like, can you just experience this on your own, or do you want to
It's-
pay like $180 annually to get the experience from Metallica?
I mean, yeah, you could just learn it on your own. We all did.
Oh yeah,
To be in a band, it's a relationship. You're a family. You have to communicate. You have to be there for one
Mhm.
another, and you have to support one another for this thing that you are trying to conceive. And
Yeah.
your child is the band and the music and all that stuff. So like that's our entire philosophy with Solar Flare. I don't know what it's like for y'all. I'm assuming it's about the same.
It's about the
But-
same.
But
Oh, yeah.
like everyone's different. So like it's if you truly love what you do, then you do what you can to support it.
100%. And then
So say
it was
it's
funny. They also
Confucius.
go ad libs. They do like James is like, oh, if he's writing a riff, which I kind of find is pretty interesting. It's like how he writes songs. He writes songs like he has a song down, and then he by riff and melody, he'll ad lib it, and then he was like kind of like, oh, this goes right here, and this kind of goes like that, which I find that was kind of interesting, like for
Yeah.
writing lyrics and all that. Other than that, I think that's like the only good takeaway from it. It's just pretty much box standard how to solo and do all this. It's like basic band stuff like you can get from a guitar teacher or a drum teacher, and they'll tell you the same, you know, or what you just said.
Yeah. It's the way
Commitment.
we write. Yeah, commit. But like it's
Right?
like how we write is it's really kind of just all of us in a room. Ethan doesn't really do the music side of it. Like he just like once we finish the music side, then he works on lyrics. Or if unless he has a vocal melody. If he has a vocal melody, then we can try and write music around it. Basically, it's just like a one-off, like off each other kind of thing. But like as a
Right.
group, we like me and Cody kind of will just like play a riff, pull it out our ass. It just comes out like me and him. I don't know. I hate to say it like that, but like we become like riff machines. And I love Cody. Cody's amazing. Probably the best guitarist we've ever had, and he's someone that can actually keep up and knows his shit, and he does it very well. And
Shout out Cody.
we play off and we play. Yeah, shout out Cody Davis. We play off each other very well, and he can come. He has great. We have tons of riffs. I already have a back catalog of so many fucking riffs, lyrics, album concepts. I have a whole ass double concept album fucking idea in my fucking computer. And
Streaming. Get out of here.
surprise guest being
Hi, Mark's mom.
I ate all the freaking
Mom, get out my room. We're doing a
I'm in
podcast.
the middle of a podcast.
Right.
I keep
Oh, speaking of
shit.
guests, hi Mason.
Ah,
Oh, that's rude, Bob. That's not cool.
I had.
fucking, and she
this
made
is
me lose my train
business.
of
I'm
thought.
in
She
the
came
middle
out of like
of
the darkness. Did you see that?
I'm
She
in
just
the
like
middle
Oh,
came
yeah.
out
right now, babe.
like the fucking
Phasing
Conjuring, just
in.
like hi.
Mom.
Right.
Like
I'm
the
gonna
fucking
go
nun.
back and watch it. I'm gonna go
I
back and
hate-
watch it and like
Quick-
screenshot it.
Quick side tangent. I hate that nun. That nun in The Conjuring is the worst thing I ever seen. It is terrifying. I hate it. Anyways, when it comes to writing, like we try to all like come together and like if we'll come up with a riff or Fish comes up with a bass line or John just plays some like a drum beat that we hear and we're like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's see what we can come up with. We all kind of just collab with each other and see if it sticks. Sometimes we'll just be jamming just before we start our set in practice space, and we'll be like, oh shit, that sounds pretty good. Let's do it again and record it. And I record it on my fucking phone. And then we'll come back to it for later. We have a bunch of stuff that we already have that we are planning to come back for the next album. But
Right.
I don't know. Everyone's writing process is different. Someone writes like by themselves, like, or someone like just one guy writes all the music and then just gives everyone the stuff like, here, listen to it, learn it. Which I don't like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it's kind of egotistical. I hate it.
I mean, Chuck and who else did it? Jeff Waters. I know kind of does it.
Yeah, that's probably where like we come in with that. Like usually how Marak writes is usually I just write all the guitar parts except for the lead stuff. Like I just kind of sit there and write rhythms because on my free time, and then I bring it to the table whenever we used to have practice, and then we would just work off that.
Well, that's basically what we do. One
Yeah,
of us comes
I
up
was
with
gonna say,
something, and then
it's
everyone
what
else.
Garen's saying.
Yeah, you're still. What I meant was that they are writing all of the parts.
Oh,
One person. The
Oh,
drums,
I
the
don't
bass,
know-
the guitar, and the vocals.
Yeah, I don't know how to write
and drums.
I don't know how to
Like-
write drums, so
What's weird is that in my head, is that when I hear a riff or something, I can hear everything in my head: the vocal melody, the drums, the bass line, the guitars, and I'm like, oh man. And then I gotta try and translate it, to everyone else. Like, hey, try it like this, or see what this sounds like, and then we just work off of that, and everyone puts their own spin.
Hmm.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, it
but that's only if I
feels
hear
a
it.
little more natural. I feel it. But yeah,
Right.
it's all about experiencing, and I kind of think like them kind of teaching that's still kind of like we just want to make money. It's just Metallica more making money, which
I mean,
good
yeah.
for them. They've been making money
Like
since
they
the
need it.
'90s.
Yeah,
For
I need
real,
it.
dude. They're gonna be
Yeah, they
like
don't
those
need it.
rock stars that Dave Grohl was bitching about in the Lemmy documentary, and then you have Lemmy in his apartment.
I mean, but Lemmy lived kind of humbly. Like, he lived
Oh,
a
yeah.
humble life. He was rich as shit, but he still lived in a little ass fucking apartment next to Rainbow. So, like,
Mhm.
and he was basically a hoarder full of, like, World War II
oh,
shit.
100%.
So much fucking Motorhead shit from tours and that he's gotten over the years, and
Oh, yeah.
albums and CDs and tapes. Fucking,
And everything his friends gave him, his boots, his jackets.
yeah, all those boots and probably some bases and shit. I don't know how the fuck he walked around in there. When I saw his apartment, I'm like, God damn, dude, you need to seek some help.
Right.
But hey, he's fucking Lemmy. I ain't gonna. To me, that was probably the coolest
You can't
hoarder
tell him.
shit I ever saw, because it was all Motorhead shit, World War II and one shit
Right.
and all that stuff. Oh, that shit's great.
Oh, 100%. And then the fish. You can't forget the fish in
Yeah,
the bathroom.
he had the fucking, and he's just like sitting there like snarling at you as he lets it go because he like
Right.
just woke up.
He's like, you guys are ever gonna leave? And then he turns it on. He's just like,
Yeah, just sitting there looking at you while it just goes.
it's
He's
hilarious,
like,
dude.
yeah, and he's in like his underwear and shit too.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun documentary.
Oh, Mark, I just noticed you have a band-aid here. What happened?
Pimple.
Pipple.
Oh,
And Mark is the one that would dig at it.
that's a good band-aid because I didn't notice it till now. I thought you just had a fucking scar on your skin.
Well, you see, the band-aid's in the middle, and the rest of it is clear.
Yeah,
Well, that's what you're saying. It's a good one.
because I thought it was just like a fucking scar, like a burn mark or something on your
Yeah, I
skin.
totally took JC's lighter and went.
He's just
Well,
like 100% death.
Mark, do you have any thoughts on the Metallica Masterclass? Because honestly, me and Eric have been talking here, so
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't take it. I don't got that kind of money. But
I mean, it's 15
I mean,
a month. It's like Netflix.
it's a good concept. I'm not against it. Like, I'm not like, oh no, you shouldn't do this. Figure out
Yeah.
being in a band on your own. Like, if you want to take it, take it. Good on you. It'll help you get a start somewhere where you probably couldn't get a start.
You
on
get
your
the
own,
head start.
Like, get a head start with what you think would be the best way of getting a head start in your music career. Like, that's how
Oh,
I
yeah.
see it.
I could agree to that. Like, it's not a bad thing that they did it. It's just
No.
they don't need the money.
Right. Oh, it's hilarious. They're like they only talk about their past. They don't talk about Montgomery and Newstead and Mustaine. They only talk about Newstead a little bit, how he influenced. And I'm like,
yeah, 'cause
it's okay. It's just a little bit, but it's just like, okay, you give him the same amount of time you gave them on an almost Injustice.
yeah, and like they'll talk about Cliff Burton for days, and I love Cliff Burton, but Newstead also brought an energy to their table that was,
Oh,
I think, just as good, just in a different way.
oh yeah. He was just more like raw and heavy.
Yeah,
Because if
Cliff
you ever
Burton was-
watched, well,
go ahead.
I was saying, if you ever watch Newstead live, it's just like, like a constant energizing bunny that's just drunk all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's our take on Metallica's master class.
Right.
Master class.
On how to
like
be a
known for the
band.
masters. Master blaster.
Master.
Right? So I guess
I bet-
then. What's up?
I bet that's how that class starts. It's just Metallica's master.
I
Master
wouldn't
class.
doubt it, dude. I wouldn't doubt it. It's funny. They also just typographied like disco like how to play Master of Puppets. I'm like, really?
Did they really?
Wait,
Yeah, they did.
what?
Master of Puppets
Like-
is the main tune you learn in that master class, which is funny because
Right after Enter Sandman, they go Master of Puppets.
And of course, it's their most popular song. Besides Enter Sandman. Excuse me.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're good. Any horror.
What?
And Mark just keeps getting bogged.
Are we good,
Um,
Mark? Are we good?
Are you alive there, child?
I'm trying to be alive over here. But anyways, so current music squeeze, like what currently new-ish, I guess you could say new-ish bands have you gotten into lately for your fresh music squeeze? Where's a line?
Oh my god.
Hold on a moment. I mean, there
I have-
hasn't been any
Same.
new bands that I've been. Well, technically, there's one, but they're not. They're not a real band. They're a band for a video game that just came out, but it's in the style of the fucking 80s traditional metal, and it's amazing. So the Galaxy game, they have a fake band
Oh,
on
boy.
there called Star-Lord, which are a fucking 80s heavy metal band that's fucking Peter Quill's listening to. Spoilers, by the way, to anyone watching. And it's like the band that he gets his namesake from. But I'm like, and I found out the whole because the shit sounds great. So I was like, man, I want to listen to this. It's on Spotify, and it is. The whole fucking album. They made a whole album from this band Star-Lord for a fucking video game, and it's not even like the video game soundtrack. It's literally that fake band's album on this. They're like Death Clock, where they're not a real band, but
That's
they're a
great.
real. Like they're like that. And I'm
Man.
like, dude, or like Spinal Tap. They're like just shit
Yeah.
like that. And it's fucking great. I've been listening to the album while I'm at work in the past couple days and playing the game, which is an amazing game, by the way.
I'd have,
Well,
to,
That's good.
I'd have to say my current music squeeze is like a couple bands. Like one Eric got me into is and I got you into as well, Garion, is Inhuman Nature.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And that album is sick. Their album Inhuman Nature by them. And another album that I've been really cranking lately is Chemical Exposure by Sadist. That
Oh,
album
okay.
is freaking
Good.
slaps hard. And the other one that I've been actually playing a lot lately is Unhollowed by the Black Dahlia Murder.
Okay.
That album is sick too. What about you, Eric? Any new bands or like not new bands, but you know, new like music you've gotten yourself into?
Oh,
I would
when
have
did
to
this
say-
Albums.
when did this change to new and old? Because if they were gonna go new or
Right.
old, they were coming back to me for the shit that I've been listening. Okay, just go ahead. We'll come back to me then, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we just slide back to Gary.
Yes.
I don't mind.
Okay, well I'm in a podcast.
'Cause if anything, I was just gonna say I don't listen to Mortal Visions. I think that
Okay.
they're pretty sweet. Their new one, I think it's Mind Manipulate.
Take JC with you.
Sorry, I'm distracted by Mark's fucking.
I know,
brother.
right? Same here. Mark's like, God damn it, I can never have privacy.
I never really can, huh?
No.
Dude, I love it because they keep coming out of that black abyss that's fucking behind you. They like fade in like the fucking nun from Conjuring. Just... And I'm
Yeah,
just
that-
like,
It's because I don't
Jesus.
have any of the lights on back there.
There's a good reason why.
Eric, can you say all that again? I was distracted.
I was saying Mortal Visions is my pick because I think most of their songs are pretty heavy. They hit you with a good riff here and there, and it's not just bland, in my opinion.
Did you say Mortal Visions?
Yeah, Mortal Visions,
I'll have to check them out. What are they? Like thrash, death, black,
thrash.
thrash?
I think I know they're thrash, but I know they have a twist in there.
Okay.
You know how most bands have it,
Yeah.
purely thrash. There you go.
Okay, I'll look them up here in a little bit here. While Mark is fetching links, I guess we're gonna go back to where I was with the older stuff that I've been listening to.
Oh, am I supposed to be fetching links? Alright.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Is it all on Spotify? You said Mortal?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Alright.
So lately, I've been actually listening to Anthrax's EP "Armed and Dangerous" for the song "Raise Hell."
Oh.
As an amazing song. I love the riff. I rediscovered it. I forgot about it and re-found it. I was like, oh my god, this is the one I love so much. I was like, okay. I just spam listened to it for like a whole day. But the album that I've been listening to a lot lately is both Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind and then Hell, Curse and Chapter from 2013.
Ooh.
That album, though, Curse and Chapter, is such a just chef's kiss. I will suck that album's dick forever because that is such a. It's the production is amazing. The vocals are unique. I've never heard any other vocalist sound like him from Hell. And the music is amazing. The theme is pretty fucking cool. It's an amazing album. I'll like 10 out of 10 for me. Same with like
Chef's
Sodom's.
Kiss.
Yeah, Chef's Kiss. Perfect. The other album I guess I would be listening to right now. Also, Hell's Cursed Chapter is my album of the month. When we get to that, I guess I'm doing that now. But
Right.
and the last one that I've been listening to a lot, the one that Mark doesn't like, is Sodom and Gomorrah. Or no, sorry, Genesis
Oh.
IX. Hold on, I'm sorry, I might
Yeah,
get
it's
that
IX.
wrong.
Let me look it up. I got you.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm just doing the
Sorry, Genesis XIX. I don't know the Roman numeral. I'm stupid and ignorant on Roman numerals, but that's from 2020
Psalm
last year.
Genesis 14.
Ah, it's 14. Okay, yeah, that album.
Oh.
It's amazing.
No,
front
19,
to back.
19.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, 19. Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah.
It's such a great album. Mark's like, it's all boring and stuff. I'm like, bro, this is like one of the best albums they put out for a long ass time.
Right?
But that's just me. That's just my subjective
No, it's
opinion.
fucking heavy, man. No, you're right. It's fucking heavy as shit.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's also good. Another good band, Gomorrah.
Which one? There's like 3 different ones. There's the Death
Yeah,
Metal and the 2
Death Thrash.
Metal.
The Death
There's-
Thrash one.
You're talking about
Wait.
the one that does human trophies? Because that's the Death Metal.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Because there was I think they were a death thrash band called Gomorrah out in Ohio, where I live. They were a local band. They don't exist anymore, but y'all talking about that?
No.
Send me a...
I'm talking.
I'm sending it over the chat right now.
Yeah, they had an album, so I'm assuming it might have went out, but like, I don't know. I think the Jason Pate was the guitarist for that? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, he was. If I remember that right. That one. And... I
It's
mean,
the
we can always
local band I'm
look it up
talking
on the
about.
Medium.
Yeah, the Metal in the Encyclopedia.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be the Metal Encyclopedia. I'm about to send it over right now. Let's see here. Yeah, this is it right here. See discography. Sorry, I'm on Spotify.
No, you're good.
Trying to find that.
Trying to get all the links.
Yeah.
Okay, so that local band that I know of is not on here, but there is a... Would it happen to be this?
No.
Send it in the
Mark-
music section, the music chat. Here's just a song by them, but this is the song I like off by that album. Is it this one?
Here, I'm gonna pull up that. You're putting it on Discord, correct?
Yeah, the Discord music chat.
Gotta have to go
Okay,
block
yeah,
you
no,
real
that is
sec.
that is not the one that I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, that's from 95. So yeah, that's not even that's not the one I'm talking about. These guys were like 2010 and shit.
For sure.
I always told them they need to tour with Sodom and make it the Sodom and Gomorrah tour, or the Unholy Cities tour, or some shit.
There you go.
But anyways, I guess now that I
So-
gave my album of the month, we can do that.
Right.
Okay, I sent a
album of the
picture
month.
of a better. You can see the album art for that Gomorrah album better.
Okay.
If you want to check that out real quick.
I'll check it here in a second. Eric, go ahead.
Mark, what's your... I was saying, album of the month, eh? And I went, Mark, you go.
My album of the month, I'd have to say currently it would my album of the month would probably be Killer Holidays on Planet Earth by Abduction.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Killer Holiday. Here, I'll send it via the music link chat right now for you guys.
I'm gonna kind of guess here on what that album art is probably gonna look like. If I had to guess, there's aliens in it. Probably like an evil,
You would be right.
deep, like undead Santa Claus or some shit in it. And probably other Halloween figures, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong?
No.
Mark.
Oh my god.
Yes, but no. Here,
Oh.
I just sent it. If you want to look it through your phone.
Oh my good god. That's actually not what I thought it would look like, but that'd be close.
Definitely
That's one
aliens.
thing. Oh, yeah. And I guess mine is General Surgery's Left Hand Pathology. I want to get that right.
Is that the gold or the tannish looking
Yeah,
album? Dude,
it's
that
the
album
gold
is
tan
rules.
album.
It's a gore grind band.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I
Yeah.
thought you meant Entomb's Left Hand Path. I'm like, wait.
Left Hand Pathology.
Yeah.
It's technically a play on words. So yeah, it's technically a play on them. But yeah, I'll go with them because it's a fun album. If you're really into gore grind, I should specify.
Yeah.
I'm sending it over the music chat right now.
Alrighty.
Alright, there it is. I love this. Friggin' my favorite song though off of Left Hand Pathology would have to be Carnivoral Corpse Disposal Methodology. The last track.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's a fucking fun song. Isn't that like the longest one too?
Yes. That or the song Ambulance Chaser.
So, yeah, it is.
Same album.
Mhm.
Any final thoughts, you guys, before we call this one?
Well, we gotta say our not grievances, but our RIPs to two legends of
yeah.
of our
Rest in
eras.
peace to Eric Grafe. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Grafe, the former Death manager of Death. He passed away like what, last week?
Yeah, last week. A couple of days before Halloween. I think that's when it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Malcolm Dome, just like the pioneer of just rock and metal, like
Yeah.
just magazine,
Journalism.
just being an art. Yeah, just and I think he's the coin of thrash metal for actual our music. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's who I'm thinking of, but I believe he's also the one that helped coin the term new wave of British heavy metal back with Iron Maiden.
What's his name? Malcolm what?
Malcolm
Dome.
Dome.
Yeah, Done. There's also a music, not music related death that we had yesterday, but an actor's death. Sean Connery died just yesterday. I think he was 90 years old.
No, he
Rest
died a
in
year
peace, sir.
ago. He died a year ago.
Who?
Sean Connery.
Sean,
Sean Connery died literally yesterday.
It says on the Wikipedia he died in 2020.
yep.
Looking that up right now.
Can you see that, Garen?
Yeah, but I can't. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's airplane mode.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. So yeah, he did die. Oh, it was the anniversary because he died on Halloween. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he died.
Apologies, everyone.
No, you're good. A lot of people were resharing it because
Yeah,
his
I
death
saw-
really went like unknown,
Yeah.
or under the radar.
Well, that makes sense why it wasn't on the news all over. I was wondering why.
Yeah, I shared that Malcolm Dome thing over the music chat too.
Yeah.
Right.
He was in his 60s, wasn't he?
66. It's
Yeah, 66. And I think
Hey,
Giff was like what, 50?
He was 59.
I'd say
Jeez.
that Malcolm Dome probably lived one of the greatest metal lives of anyone's existence.
Yeah.
Even at 66, I still say he lived a full ass life.
And our dude, you could live like 3 generations and still like trump anyone's life,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the article for his thing too in here. He was really close friends with Chuck, which that's
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, no. If it wasn't for really Eric, he wouldn't. Death wouldn't be still on Relapse, constantly pumping up albums or the re-releases.
Yeah. Now it's just Chuck's nephew who does all the death stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure before Eric died, Eric and him were probably working together. But
Oh no, it was 100%. He was.
and so now it's just gonna be Eric's nephew. Not Eric's nephew, Chuck's nephew.
Chuck. But yeah, R.I.P. both of them.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to them, great legends. Hold on, actually, here, everyone grab a beer or something.
I don't got any beer. I got my water jug.
I mean, that counts.
I'm the only one.
Fucking cheers
Cheers.
to all of them. I'm not gonna clang my metal as fuck mug into that camera.
And I'm not gonna clean a glass bottle into my phone.
Mark's sucking on that bottle like it's tea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts before we go?
I was just saying, what do we have planned?
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
if we're
big
doing this like
news.
bi-weekly.
We in 2 weeks we will be interviewing Digester of Ghoul. So be
So
there
we're
for
gonna both,
that.
all of us are gonna die.
All of us are gonna die, and we're gonna look into his
Yeah.
eyes as our casket closes.
You were close.
I tried to make that as best as possible.
Work.
Yeah.
Do we got anyone else coming up on that front?
No,
On
because after
guests?
that, not for probably a month. Because after that
Okay.
one, it'll be just
Oh,
us
that's
three
pretty good.
again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Basically, we get a guest once a month. Is pretty much how it's. Gonna
Yeah.
be.
That's actually
Works.
ideal. I'd rather it be like one of the weeks, the 2 weeks that we get is one's
Yeah.
a guest, one's us.
That's what I figured
yeah.
we'd do. 1 week's us, 1 week guest, 1 week us, and so on.
But well, everyone, remember, kids, stay in school, don't do drugs, eat your teeth.
Make sure to eat your
And
grains.
slam those vegetables.
Yep.
No. Cotton the Moshcast does not advocate drug use.
No, it does not. It does not advocate drug use.
Even the ones that are really good.
All right.
So,
we'll catch
bye,
you
kids.
all in the next one. Bye.